See, the question, okay, let me remind my question, rewind my question. So, if there is a bad data in the file and there is an event happen, so what is your step? Now, I understand your step are very perfectly steps. You told that I'll take the backup, very nice. You told that you'll be omitting that record, very good, and then you'll be rerunning the process, very nice. So, my question on the top of that was, okay, how we will decide that you will be removing the record, or why don't you correct it? Now, your answer is saying that you will be correcting it by checking with the other applications, right? And you may
We
say
want to
that
find out.
Anil, it may be a
Sorry, sir.
temporary fix, right? That's what you're telling.
I'm saying that if we correct the data in the file,
Hmm.
that will be a temporary fix. But if we find out the root cause, if we want to find the root cause where
Yeah,
the
see,
actual
that's
data is
fine.
coming up,
That's fine. I understand that part. So you will be correcting the data here, and you might be removing the record. So how you decide that? So the solution is there. Solution one, you will be correcting the data. Very good, accepted. Solution two is that you will remove the record and then also accepted. How you will decide that? My question is very clear. Are you the decision maker to work on the data? Are you the decision maker to take any decision to remove or correct on the data?
so
How
if you're asking,
you will be responsible of correcting or removing the record? That's what my question. If it is a logic, okay, so I can say that if it is a logic, you'll correct it. You're a developer. Very good. The data part, correction of the data or remove the data, can I, as a support person, take the responsibility?
so like, so I don't think the correction of data could be performed at that particular time if you
Hmm.
want to run the job.
Okay,
And omitting the record would be a correct option at that, just to move the cycle because we don't want the incorrect data to be moved.
very
And
nice.
secondly, if we know that, yes, sorry, sir.
Very nice. But go ahead. What happens to that one which you removed?
Once it is removed, fine. The policy won't process for that particular day.
Right.
Yeah, but we will record that policy that this policy is not processed through batch. We will report it to further teams. Once the batch is over, we will do the analysis part and why that's like if we change the data, what will happen, and if it will produce a correct data or not. So if it is producing, and if we think that this data fix is correctly working, then next day we can restage the policy and process it again.
Fine. So the same question I'm gonna ask you if the source is a table, DB2 table. Now I have seen your feedback that you have not much knowledge on IMS, so that's fine. So I'll put my questions on the DB2 part. So if the data is in the table and it is corrupted for some reason, maybe it's not good, it's not able to go, and my programs or my job is getting failed. So what's my step here?
Okay. Uh, so from current perspective, what I can like from the current project which I'm working upon,
Hmm.
what we try to do is we try to fetch the data from the class A perspective from the user screen,
Okay.
and if the data coming at our backend is incorrect, okay, I will just give you sort of example. I faced one issue like this.
Okay.
So 6 months back, 6 to 7 months back, we were getting that issue. What was happening that we were reading the data, but when the addition was happening, okay,
Okay.
we were adding some field and it was in com3 variable. What was happening if the value was negative, it was again taking as positive.
Okay.
Okay, so in the addition, what is if the value was 27, we want to add a 26, it should be -1. Okay, but what the data was coming as 26, 27 plus 26, which is 53.
Okay.
So that was causing the issue that we were inserting in the backend table or table, and when we were doing there's a one more system which is KM, Technology Management System in our backend in our TCS. So what will they will do is they will manipulate all, they will verify all the premiums if they're correctly added or not, if they're correctly working or not, and that was causing an issue.
Okay.
So in that sense, we modified our code that yes, our code should not be like we should use comp9 by like we should define all that com variable properly. That it will take the negative signs also. It will take the negative signs also. It won't convert that negative to positive. So in that logic, we went from that perspective, we like modified this COBOL variable.
But that is a different story. That is a story where you are in a situation of analysis and you did all those steps. then you figured out and you fixed it. Very good. But I'm not in that part, right? I told you that my perspective is, if I put you in the production support and there's an issue
Okay.
with my in front of you, you will not go to some other team and do a lot of analysis and come back, right? You have a job event in front of you, right?
Yes.
So my question is very clear now, that you are seeing a job event, you analyzed it, you know a particular record, a policy number from a particular policy table is having a bad value and that is causing my job to abend. Now you have two options: either you will edit it or remove it. So how do you do that? Now in a file answer, you give a perfect answer. I'm agreeing with that. You take a backup and you'll do everything on your test file. Very good. Now it is a table now, right? So you don't have option to take a backup.
Yes.
So how you gonna approach now?
So approach would be like, if there is some indicator on which data has been read in the COBOL module. If you are having some indicator that only this field satisfy the condition, then only the policy records will be picked up.
Mhm.
So if there is some indicator like that, then we will update the table entry for that particular policy. That suppose like yeah, so, then we will what we will do is we will modify that particular record, that policy should not be picked up for processing.
So you are saying that you're gonna omit that record based on the data change or data indicator change in the table.
Yes.
Now the question comes to you that, do you have, or will you have access to update a production table to change that indicator so that it won't be picked up? I agree with your answer. I'm not denying your answer. My question is very simple, that you're in the production environment, right?
Yes.
So you want to change something in a DB2 table, maybe the data correction, maybe the data deletion, or maybe an indicator update. How do you do that? You should have an access issue, right? How do you do that?
So we will create we will create an insert or update SQL, and we will ask our relevant support team to run that.
L1
That what we
support
do,
team,
right?
I don't think L1 support team is responsible for any data updates, right?
No, we will give them a job. Like we will give them the job, or we will give them a cursor to run.
Will they have production access to production data? I don't agree with you, because if they delete it accidentally, who will be responsible?
Yes.
You are the L2 team, right? So you are more responsible
Correct.
than them. They are just monitoring and telling you this is happening and you want to restart, I'll restart. They are just following instructions. They don't update any data anywhere. So
Correct. Yes.
how do you do that? You want me to ask
So
COBOL JSL questions? I can ask you, but I don't want that. I want that how you gonna respond, being an experience of your, I see 6 to 8 years, right? That's what your experience is,
yes.
right? So I want to see what is your approach, what you're gonna do as a senior in front of you when you have an issue with the data. Right, you can think that answer. I don't want to hold you for that answer for any reason here. Now, let's say that I have the issue in again the production case here, and this time it's not about the data issue, it's about my logic in the program.
Okay.
Now, what is my approach to fix it?
So approach would be like
Shall I go directly and
if it
start
is
writing the program and fix it immediately?
no, that would be approach. What we have to do is we have to do like, if we are working on support, like first step, our priority is to complete the batch.
Okay.
So suppose if it is a sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead. I'm just agreeing with your point.
So first, if it is causing, like that logic is causing an issue for multiple policies. Uh,
No, it is true, right? Logic always impact everyone.
yes, but if it is moved to production, like all the logics will be tested in our like lower levels before promoting into production. So if it is causing for multiple policies, then
Even if it is one
when
record, you can consider both cases. If it is one single record where the logic is having problem, or you can also consider the scenario that the logic itself is wrong and you cannot accept that logic for single record as well. If it is a bad record, yes, you told you will remove it, but if the record is perfect, you cannot remove a record and say that okay, you are not suitable for my logic, don't come into my system. You cannot say that. So issue is with your
Yes.
program. What you're gonna do?
So suppose if it is new program, or if there is some new change implemented in the program, then uh, we will what we will do is we will replace that new module with the old changes before the changes were made. We will have that engagement. We will have that in a -1 version. So we will compile and bind that module to the production so that all the batch could be completed. And once the batch is completed, then we will analyze that what is where the fault is coming for the testing
Question
for the
number
policy which were
one.
built
Question number one. So when you back out the changes, will the changes will be implemented immediately?
by the end of the day should be the priority.
What is that? By the
By the end of the day, before next batch,
before next batch it will be implemented, right? Not in the
it should
current
be
batch.
implemented.
What about the
In
current
current
batch?
batch, so before without doing any testing and we should not move.
Okay. So if there is a production issue with your program, will you be sitting idle and say that I will not implement, I will not change the code, I'll just follow the rules? Your target,
No,
you
so I
only
will.
agreed, right? You only agreed that the target is to complete the batch, right?
The target to complete the batch, but so suppose if we are going to fix that immediately, suppose we are only going to fix one issue, but that change should not actually cause more issues next time.
Yeah, you can see to and fro as well, but my batch is waiting.
The batch is not waiting, so we will demote that module and we will promote the module which without changes. If there's some new changes implemented, which is causing the issue.
But I only told that if you implement anything now, it will be applied for the next batch, right?
No, it will take up the new code, right? It won't fix the previous code. Like it will those batches are meant to state, and if we promote the -1 version, then it will take the code which without changes. It won't take the code which having changes.
So you are going to say that Anil, when I implement, it will be effect will be immediately.
So I'm not doing the changes. See,
Yeah, again,
I'm
you are
not.
saying you're not doing any changes. I agree. You're just saying
Yes,
that I'll be implementing the older version, right?
yes, sir.
The program, the changement tool doesn't know that whether you're putting a new version or old version. The system only sees
It will.
whatever you're implementing, it will push into production, right? That's what it does, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
So my question is, that when you do the implementing, when you push the code to the production, the effect will be immediate or it will be in the next cycle.
Sir, it will be immediate. It will take up the new model only.
Okay, so you were saying that you'll be just backing out your changes and then you'll put it whatever the old code is there.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a situation where I need to check a particular field data. Okay, so I have the file in my hand. Okay, I'll give you the file and I say that there is a particular record or a field that is getting an issue. Now I want you to tell me how do you find the copybook of that particular file in the system.
Okay. A copybook in the sense you wanted to know module. We will have the module where we will define the copybook of that file.
I just give you a file, and in that I say that okay, that for this particular position or anything, there is something issue. Check with the tool. Any you have any tool knowledge on FileAid or File Manager, any kind of tool that you have used?
Yes, so file manager we do use
Yes. So
currently.
you
File
have
it and consume.
used File Manager or a FileAid tool, and as you know, for these two fellows, the best option is to go for a copybook, right?
Yes, yes.
So my question is very
But
simple. My question is very simple. That I give a file to you, and you tell me what is the copybook of that file. What are my steps?
so first step is like find the assignment. Open a job where the file is defined. If it is a
I don't know where the job. I did not give you the job name, right? You're telling to open the
Which
job. I don't know what job it is.
yeah, we have the file name. We will give a search for in the JSL library to find that file name.
Okay, so you find the file. So you got the job.
Yeah, job is okay. If we've got the job, then we will have the parameter through which a file is assigned. Like if it is, uh, maybe we can give it a type, not like, uh, we can give the file, like we give that variable for the file as, like maybe suppose indoor, that file like indoor equal to dd equal to dsm, like and it's saying file name, and then this position we give that. If we get that parameter, then we can give the search for in the whole library, source library. We will know that this file is called up and this is modules. And using that modules, we will have a copy statement where copy book is defined for the different fields. So if it is like if there is no
I'm
copy
sorry.
book,
Wait. I lost you after you did the search for file. What was your second step? I heard your answer, but I was not able to catch up the sentence. So you got the job. What is the next step?
okay. So I got the job. In job, we will have that file name defined with a
Okay.
certain key of file name. Suppose that I don't know that keyword name. Like we will have the slashes, and then we will have the that
Yeah.
form
What are
defined.
you say that you are saying that slash dd name? That's what you are trying to tell me.
No, DD name will come later. First, we will have that file assignment. Like,
After slash, what you'll have? After
so,
slash in the
yeah.
JCL for a file, what you'll have?
So that is I think input output control field name.
That's called dd name. Okay.
Correct. Yes, DD name. If we have that DD name, then we can through that DD name we can have a search for in the source module level where all the COBOL modules will be given.
So in here, that particular file, okay, that you search in the job, is it find in exactly one particular job only?
So that will depend on if the file is used in multiple places,
So then how do
then
you
it will be
figure out?
different.
How do you figure out which one you need to take it? How do you figure out which one you need to take, which particular job you need to take?
So where the file is defined output section.
It might be a sysout also, right? It might be a sort code job where you have a sort out as well, right?
Yes, sir.
So how do you know this DD name will help you? Using sort out, you will not find anything in your COBOL modules, right?
Yes, correct.
So where you will go and find your copybook then? See, Shami, this is not the way I will like the answers. Okay, I want you to go beyond your thinking. You want me to ask a theoretical COBOL question? I'm very much happy to ask a question. What is call statement? What is static? What is dynamic? I don't think those are useful for me in my project. What I want is if I
Okay.
make you to sit in front of a production event case, none of them is there around you because sometimes there is an on-call support, maybe weekly once.
Um,
So you are at your system, you have a file in your hand, you need to know the structure of the file. What you'll do? How you'll get a copybook of your file? You want, I can give a time for you for thinking about that point as well. You still have a lot of thinking to do if you want. But yeah, if you want, I can go to the another scenario point here. So I asked you a couple of questions on analysis part. So have you been? You told that you've been in the meetings, right?
so what? Sorry to interrupt.
You've
Just
been in
one
the
question.
your call sprint meetings as such, right?
Yes.
So if you are supposed to be presenting that particular meeting, what's your preparation? What kind of preparation you do and how you will present to the client or your project manager?
So if it is client meeting, then we will have like what we will all, with our client and the project manager also. What we will do is if there is a new requirement, we will have all the impact analysis done at our end. We will have a Excel like a Word document created for a requirement. What is the expectation? What are the challenges which we are facing? What is the clarification and queries we have? So we will dive in that way. What is the requirement?
Again, let
What we have
me let
progressed.
me exercise that particular question in a better way. You are the lead of that particular team, and in your team, the other people who are there, like you said, in the other project they were freshers, right? So in here also there are a couple of freshers along with you, and you are now supposed to drive the meeting. So
Okay.
exactly how you'll be taking care if your team member is not ready to communicate and speak to the client.
So if in the live meeting, if the client comes up with a question that he or she is not able to answer,
That's what my
then
question is. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I will speak on, I will speak on his behalf. I will try to make them understand. I will whatever he will say, I will try to put in a more better way, so that client can understand. Client will understand basically more of business language than the technical language. So it will be a learning curve for fresher also, like a new resource also, and we will try to reframe his answers in some way that the client can understand. So
Okay,
once he's completed, like our fresher, the person or new person has a completed sentence, and I will try to rephrase it if the business is not able to understand.
okay, I got it. I got it. So, what else I can ask you is okay. So, there is another thing that I am currently working on. So, I would like to know what are your steps. Okay, what are your steps would be if I have to remove a production job from the entire batch. I mean, I want to absolute. It's no longer required. Okay, no longer required here, or I just want to make this one a little bit a kind of value add unless it is running as such. So I want to remove this production job. What would be my steps to start and steps to go by? Just normal steps. You tell me. It's not. I don't need to be specifically in sequence.
So like first we will start with what are the predecessors of the job.
Okay.
Like what is the cycle it is, if it is like what is the work it is doing, what is the performance it is doing, and secondly what are the success of job, if it is a like, if the output created by this job is used somewhere else also, then we have to find out a way that we have to remove the dependency of those files in another system, another jobs. There is a success job using the output of this job, and if we have to do like if it is very very necessary to remove the job, then we have to take a we will have to do an impact analysis where all the all the output files, all the modules which it is using, we have to create a list, and all the output files sorry, all the output which is getting created in that file should be taken care of. The jobs which are using its output files, uh, like should should try to find a way that it stops using that data from this job, and maybe we can add this step to some other jobs, the output, or we can remove the dependency from the successor job, or like remove the dependency on the output job from the successor job, so that no data used in this job is no data produced from this job is used anywhere. So that type of maintenance we have to do, and then we have to see what is the timing it is used, if it is time dependent or not, if it on the completion of this job, if any system is getting triggered or not. On that part we have to see. Sir.
Okay. I got it. So yeah, I think I have used much of your time. So you have any questions for me? I'm done with my interview part here.
Yes, so for that copybook part. So, hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Sir, for the copybook part that you we have a file name and we want a copybook,
Yes, we
and
want
the
a
job is
copy.
updated as you. So like, can we go through the copy and bind, sir, where the whole module is copied and binded, like before the batch, and find it from there, or
I don't think that would be a
sorry,
shortcut. You need short times to find them, right?
so maybe in like If we have program name handy, we can go directly to that.
We don't have anything.
Like,
We are in a place where we have only the file, right? That's what the scenario. If I have a program, if I have the job and everything in my hand, then I don't need to go anywhere, right? It is in front of me. But a lot of times you'll be having only the program. Lot of times the customer may come up that this is the report I have an issue. Now, you need to figure out what the whole story of that file and everything, right? Will the
so if
customer come and say that yes,
okay,
Swami, this is the issue, this is the copybook, this is the program, please check everything and tell me? No, right? He will simply say that, Swami, this particular report is incorrect, the form is not coming correct, can you help me? You need to figure out the whole story about the program, job, copybook, everything, right?
yes, so and your point is correct. From SysOut point of view, I've seen some reports in the SysOut where the SysOut is creating some RDS reports.
Yeah, it will create, but how do you know the structure of the whole file? Not from sysout, right?
Correct, correct. Yes, that is.
Any other thing that you want to know from my perspective as well?
So I want to know this answer. How
The
we
answer
can.
is in front of
I
you only. The answer was with your answer only. You did not, you just deviated with my question.
which ones?
The copybook,
Like I use search.
yeah, you did the search. Very good, very nice, excellent. You found lot of jobs. Then I asked you that there is a sort job, that is how you'll find it. The answer is in front of you only. That Anil, why do I see a sort job? I will try to see if there is any COBOL program using that file.
Yes.
Once I know which program, any program, input or output using that file, I'll go to that program and find the copybook there.
Correct. So yes, so that will be the.
You stuck yourself with the side question. What happens in sort? What happens in sort, like that? So it's called a misleading
I,
question. You mislead yourself and stuck there. When you stuck somewhere, come out of that and try to see second option. You did not do that. You'll be just staying there forever unless somebody saw that why you're looking there. Can you check something else? You are already having the answer in front of you, but you stuck yourself by a misleading trap. See, if you are having 2
okay.
plus experience or 3 plus experience, I would say that okay, it's okay, you will not find it easily, that's fine. But you did analysis, you did support, you defined the fix for some people to follow. You did the sprint planning. You were working as a lead. You are telling how to work. You take the work yourself in a sprint planning as well, right? So you cannot stuck yourself anywhere.
Yes.